there, everybody, and welcome. If you're watching the replay, awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me through this speaking. Hey there, Angie. Welcome. Glad you could catch me live tonight. Here's Boomer. He is playing with some toys. And let's see. Hey, Dog Mom is here. All sorts of toy stuff going on. Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. We got Boomer. He is not on a place command. He can come off anytime he wants. He's playing. We have Molly playing. And Abby is just apparently supervising right now. But, hey, Scott. How are you, buddy? Cool. So she's going to go look in the toy bin. Let me make this accessible for her. I just reorganized their toys today. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. They're totally psyched because they feel like they have all new toys, even though none of these toys are new. So, yeah, Scott, you'll recognize this purple one. Came from the IACP conference last year that Boomer is totally psyched about. And I'll let you guys watch them. I have some stuff to say about toys. I'll definitely take any questions. I also want to say hello. Camera around real quick. Hello, hello. And to introduce myself, my name is Kim Greco, and I am a professional dog trainer. I own a company called Paws and Possibilities, and I'm the creator of our online dog training program called Manners Matter. So thanks so much, Angie, for sharing this on Facebook. I really appreciate that. And if you guys are not already following me, feel free to follow me. I'm going to let you watch the dogs, but I'm going to talk to you about toys. Awesome. So we've got Boomer still playing, and these two are playing. So this is going to be good to watch because they have, oh, look at Abby. She's putting her foot on it. Yeah, I was going to say they're not allowed to steal toys. You're welcome. Shake, Sam. They're not allowed to steal toys from each other. So my rules are my training philosophy is really set in that if you have a definition, if you can define it, you can train it. And in this case, if you walk away from the toy, it's available to whoever else would like to play with it. Boomer doesn't like that rule. Boomer, the German Shepherd, he would like all of the toys to be his whenever he wants them. He doesn't really like to share. These two are not allowed to steal toys away from each other, although they can ask nicely. So did you see that? Molly just put her, started to pull on the Frisbee. Little Abby actually moved her foot off of the Frisbee. Then it was completely fine for Molly. So here's Boomer. Let's see what he does. Just a giant flyby. So the rules are really strict for these guys, and they're pretty laid back. Like right now, they have complete freedom. All of them. Nobody's on a command. Nobody has to do anything in particular. They're allowed to do whatever they want, and they're not allowed to be jerks about it. Thank you. They are pretty cute. And so they can play. Now, Molly and Abby are actually a little more destructive than Boomer with toys, believe it or not. You can see she's going to be tearing apart the Frisbee right here. And this Frisbee is like 5 years old, so I don't really care. Hey, Trisha, welcome. So glad that you're here. Let's see where Molly's headed to get another toy. So all of these toys are new to them because I had every one of them put away. Let's see. That's not entirely true. This orange toy, that one, and that have been out. They haven't had their toy bin for like 4 days. Hey, Mark from North Carolina, you are back again. Thank you so much for joining me again. And let's see, this toy is out all the time. One of Boomer's favorites. And so let's see, we have, that's probably it. All the other toys that are out on the ground are new for today. So the dogs feel like they just had Christmas. Like I said, that one's old, but they probably haven't had that toy for like maybe 4 or 5 months. Boomer, good boy. If it's up off the ground, that bed is there, not available to you right now. This way, buddy. This is also a toy that's out most of the time, one of his favorites. Good. Boomer. That's the new noise you use for Callie. Awesome. Good boy, buddy. Oh, not a great catch. Good girl, Molly. She doesn't always love it when he comes flying around the room. So that's really what I want to talk about, twofold. One is to make sure you have definitions, clear rules for your dog for what their toys, what their manners are with their toys. And two, to rotate them. You don't have to do what I did, which is this was a pretty drastic rotation today, but every once in a while that's kind of fun too, because all of these toys feel like they're brand new to them. So that's one of the things I like to do. Sometimes I'll go a couple days with no toys. Some days, obviously, they have like tons of toys right now. I'm not personally a huge fan of squeaky toys, so they don't always have access to squeaky toys because it tends to annoy me more than anything else. Here's a good example. Good Boomer. So Abby just walked right up to that red toy, right, the little Christmas light bulb. It's one of Boomer's favorite toys. And he had the purple toy in his mouth, but when Abby went to go stand next to the red toy, he walked over towards the red toy also. And so I wanted to make sure that he was going to be polite to Abby, and he was. So that I told him, good job. How do I stop Boomer from taking them all? Well, I would correct him. So if he, in this case, he has his e-collar on, but honestly, the receiver's upstairs. So I would just walk over to him and move him. But even with Molly and Abby, like if Abby has a toy and Molly comes up and steals it from her, I'm going to take the toy away from Molly and I'm going to give it back to Abby. Honestly, it is exactly the same scenario I would do with my kids. So when my kids were little and they didn't want to share their toy, is the room they're in the dog room or the family room? It's both. It is the dog room and it is like my family room. I spend all my time down here, both with the dogs and with my kids. Hey, Antonia. And Boomer, leave it. And my kids spend all their time down here too. In fact, this was Evan's project after he finished his homework today. He was doing some sort of a marble domino track that he is quite proud of. That was cool too. Not toy related for dogs, but oh, we are playing with the toy bin. Hey, buddy. No. Nope. Oh, this is fun. He's not supposed to do this. No. He's humping the toy bin. So I'm going to move it. Oh, I promised Evan I wouldn't go anywhere near the dominoes, so I didn't knock them over. So, Scott, I guess that answers your question. How do I stop Boomer? In that case, I just took it away. Mostly because right now I don't really have a lot. Hey, he's feeling a little rammy. Back to this again. Nope. All right, so I'm going to have to move that. Good girls. The dogs don't knock down the dominoes. Yeah, if the dogs knock down the dominoes, we would have a big problem. Boomer, we always try to make sure that Boomer is not near the dominoes as the dominoes are around, because Evan definitely doesn't want the dominoes knocked over. Yeah, he's like, I'll get involved in that. Yeah, Abby says, no, you won't. He tries to get involved. He's a little big. Good. So he has manners for how he's supposed to play with them, too. He's not allowed to hurt them. He can't step on them. He has to pay close attention to where his body is in response to theirs. That's hard for him, as you can imagine. So these guys are kind of playing with the same toy together now, and I'm okay. She said no. He still wants to play. Right. That dissipated with Boomer coming to play. But so these guys were playing with the same toy, but they looked to me like they were engaging in it together and not like one was trying to steal it from another. So, so that's it, you guys. I just want to talk about the value of changing your toys up, exchanging them and trading them up, having them be all new for your dog is pretty fun and exciting, spruces things up. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's upstairs, so I'll have to get it later. He's full of himself, but honestly, it's raining today, so he hasn't had as much exercise as normal. I get that, and I can give him a little bit of leeway because of it. You know, he can't completely break the rules. He can't just do whatever he wants, but he's not going to get in a whole lot of trouble for it either. So I totally understand. Now here's Abby. She gets a little destructive with the toys. So you see what she's doing. I'll show you. Yeah, except there's Boomer blocking the camera. Does he wear it all the time? No, he doesn't. He wears it all the time if my kids are around, mainly because I want to just safeguard if anything were to go kind of awry with energy with them and him. But, you know, he was out for all morning up until 3 o'clock today. He did not have it on. Hello, Molly. You jumping up to say hi. Hello. I was showing you guys Abby gets a little destructive. Oh, she stopped, of course. Gets a little destructive with toys. Sometimes she chews too much. So here, we'll see it again. So she gets back in her back molars. So if she does that, I just say, no, she cannot. She's going to like bite a hole in this toy here. So she can't play with a toy and be destructive. Basically, my definition is she cannot chew on the toy with her back molars. If she does that, no, buddy. If she does that, then I'll correct her. And that, you saw the correction. Hey. Wild, buddy, wild. Boomer with all sorts of energy. He's desperately trying to get Molly to play with him. Look at that. Good girl, Molly. I know. She's like, get out of here. Good. Awesome. So, you guys, I got to go pick up my kids. Molly's going to go. Abby's going to go back to her. Boomer. Yeah, Boomer, he's got something. He's got ants in his pants. Molly wants to go outside. She typically, if it's not raining outside, she would want to go outside with him right now and run around with him to manage his behavior better. She can always manage his behavior better outside than inside, so there's no doubt she's asking me to go outside right now so that she can try to get a handle on Boomer. Yes, he is neutered. Awesome. Okay, you guys, that's it. I'm going to head off and go pick up my kids. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so glad that you were able to stop by. Take care. Thank you very much. Mark from North Carolina, thanks for being here. Thanks, Angie. And I know Scott was here for a little while too. You guys all have an awesome, awesome night, everyone that was here. I'm so glad that you stopped in, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.